Alright, let me see. Let me just do a quick couple of final checks here. Make sure that everything is good. And then we'll get it started. So I'm going to go ahead and start up the emulator, which is what I'm going to use to do this stream. Who do I have here joining me? I'll wait a couple of minutes, see if somebody else joins us. And if not, then I'll just go ahead and get started and do what I'm going to do anyway, which is just try to relive a little bit of my nostalgia of my growing up with this old Commodore 64 computer and playing the simulator, which was, well, if you can call it a simulator, which was one of the very first things that got me into aviation and into flying. I mean, for its time, it was actually, pretty good. Now that, we have X-Plane and MSFS 2020, I mean, we literally are spoiled compared to what we started with. And even like that, we still complain. But it's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. I have to first attach the disk image of the disk that we want to load. Alright, and then we're gonna do what we used to do back in the day, which is load quote asterisk quote comma 8 comma 1, which for commercial disks that would load the primary program on that disk. Let's see. For other disks, it was a little bit different. Like if you had a disk that had a lot of different programs, I think that would load the first one on there. But if you wanted to load something else, you would normally have to load the directory and then, go from there. Alright, we got the loading screen here. One of the things I need to remember is that since I'm running this in an emulator, if I click outside of it, I really can't even do anything. Even the joystick controls won't work in here. So I need to remember to come back to that. Okay, I'm trying to remember if when I got to this screen I had to just wait for it. I haven't played this thing in, way since maybe the early 90s maybe. So I need to remember that. I don't remember it taking this long to load. Let me check my keyboard commands. Oh, there it goes. It finally loaded. I guess it was loading. Alright, so we have different options here. We can fly in Washington, Colorado. We can do the mail run in Kansas, in Washington and Colorado. So I think Kansas is the basic one, and then you can choose if you want to have clear weather, if you want to practice landings, or if you want to do a contest. I don't think I've ever tried the contest, but I'm just gonna do clear weather for now. I mean, the only time I really tried it now lately is when I loaded it up. I thought it would be kind of fun to just do a stream flying this, you know, which is what got me into flight simulation or flying. So let's just go ahead and do Kansas and clear weather, and we'll hit F7 to start. Alright, so this is the, hold on, let me see something here. Alright, let me put it right there. So this is the map for Kansas. I think right now we are at Wichita, which is down here. And right now, since we're just going to be doing free flying, what I'm going to try to do, actually they have 2 VORs, so that, you know, if you use the radios from the VORs, you can kind of find the other airports. If you look in the instructions, it actually tells you, I believe it tells you right here where are they at? Right here it tells you the coordinates of the different VORs, so that you can find pretty much anything. So I think we're just what we're gonna do, we're gonna take off from here from Wichita. We'll go ahead and I will track the 240-degree radio of this VOR up here, which they just is a VOR1, which is Butler, and then I'll just fly straight across. Then maybe I'll do a downwind leg and then a base leg and a final into Kansas City, and let's see how that goes. Alright, so we have here, let me see, we have the speed. This is our engine temperature right here, our attitude indicator, our altitude. This is the vertical speed indicator, and I believe this is the landing gear, the brakes when they're on. I think you press B to turn them on, to put them on and off. And then this is our fuel. This is the VOR radios that we're, you know, intercepting on VOR1 and VOR2. And our pitch, flaps, heading, and climb. So this is the pitch, and it's like independent of the climb. You know, it might be different depending on your speed and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and, let me see, maybe this is a little bit too loud. I'll put it like right there. Hopefully it's not too loud. So we'll go ahead and hit number 9 so we can go to full power. And well, release the brakes. I'll lower the volume a little bit. For me, it's kind of loud out here in my living room. Alright, so we're doing about 80 knots. I'll go ahead and start pitching up. And there we go. We're up in the air. I'm not sure why this little thing has the instructions right there. It's gonna keep on telling me to do certain things, but I'm not gonna listen to it. Alright, so I can press L to get rid of the landing gear now. So we'll keep climbing until once we see this VOR1 go to about 240 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and turn to heading 060, so we can be basically tracking that radio inbound. So we started pretty much almost at sea level, even though we're in Kansas. Or was it 1,000 feet? I didn't even notice. So there's a 230-degree radio. Sometimes you don't even get a like an indication of the VOR radio. It just all of a sudden changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and reduce our power to 7, which is, I guess, 70%. And there's the 240-degree radios coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and start turning towards 60 degrees, which we will see right here. And this is very crude, you know, but I think it'll still kind of work. Alright, so there's heading, oops, it's barely 42. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and level off a little bit here. 60 degrees. The funny thing about this is that if you don't change your heading or whatever, it'll actually just continue turning in that direction. You have to actually do it the opposite. So if we look at our map right now, we could see that, hold on, let me see so I can see it. So right now, oops, it's turning again. So this airport right here, this airport that we're just passing right here, see, it wants to keep turning that way, is Emporia. That's the one that we're passing by right now on the map. Alright, I gotta keep remembering that I need to click inside of this so that my controls can be effective. So this antenna that we're coming up right here, that's supposed to be the VR antenna. So if we look at the map again, you can see that, you know, we just passed Emporia, we're coming up on the VOR, and there's Topeka over here on this side. So on the simulator, that's Topeka is this one right here, and this is the VOR antenna. So after we pass the VOR, we should be able to see the other airport, which is Kansas City, that we're going to. Okay, I'm gonna reduce my power to 5. Yeah, that thing is giving me instructions for wherever it wanted me to go, but we're not gonna follow their directions. We're just gonna basically do whatever we want. Alright, so there's our airport right there. That should be, we just passed the VOR. We can look off to our, you can just barely see the tip of the antenna right there. That's my left view, and this is, I'm sorry, that was my right view, and this is my left view. Oops. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn. I'm at about what, 3,000 feet, 3,000 something. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn northbound now, heading towards that mountain. That is actually a mountain. What year is this version? I believe, you know, I didn't look at the date when I started playing it. I believe it's the 1980. Yeah, I think you're right, 1985, but I actually didn't even see it. You played this one too, G Fountain? Let me see. So right now, if we look at our right wing, we could see the airport right there. And if we look at our map, you can just imagine that we are basically flying this way towards this mountain, which is right in front of us. And then we're gonna make a right base and then a right to final. So let's see. Let's look at our right wing again. Oops, gotta click inside. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my base now. I'll reduce my power to 3. Wow, this thing is pitching down pretty heavily. It's not easy to see what you're doing. Alright, so we should be heading about 90 degrees right now to do our base. And I'm still slowly descending. Actually, very fast descending. Yeah, it's that's the difficult part about it, is controlling it when it's twitching like that, huh? And you know, of course, when we were young, even though it was twitching like that and it was very stuttery, it was amazing, I guess you can say anyway. Alright, so right now we're pretty much on final here. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn. I'll reduce my throttle a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna put out 1 notch of flaps. The funny thing is the runway doesn't even look like a runway until you're almost there. So take out my landing gear and my flaps. Here we go. Okay, come on. I'm gonna pitch down a little bit here. Let's see if I don't overrun the runway and run out of runway, huh? I already told it it's not gonna. I'm not following the instructions that it's giving me. Oops. Alright, we're like at 300 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and idle my power all the way down. Oh my goodness, let's see if I don't slam. Okay, there it is. So we'll put our brakes on. What the heck, was that a bounce? I heard it twice. Wow. Did I see the movie Fletch 2? I don't think I did. I don't even think I've ever heard of it. What happened on that movie? He had to drive a car with no brakes, so you had to think ahead. Oh, wow. Sounds interesting. Alright, so let me put on my brakes just so that we don't roll off the runway while I'm doing this. So I'm gonna just do one more leg here. So let's see, we are in Kansas City now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on to this. Actually, I'll just turn around right here and take off on the same runway. And then this time what I'm gonna do is we'll just fly over Topeka. We'll fly over Lindsberg here, and then we'll go over to Lyons. So we'll have to kind of try to intercept the 340-degree radio of VOR number 2. So let's see if we can manage to do that. So take off the brakes, add a little bit of power. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, huh? You have to kind of plan for the control inputs that you make. They're gonna take effect a little bit later, not when you want them to. Did you play this game back in the 80s? Alright, let's see. Let me put a little more power. It's so funny how the runways look so tiny when you're flying by them, and they just look like those black lines, and then all of a sudden they come into view and they're like, you know, three-dimensional kind of runways, when before they just look like lines, like one line. The funny thing is about this, if you even just touch the outside of the runway with your tires, you just basically crash. You're done. So you need to make really sure and certain that you don't touch the outside with your tire. You played something similar? It was probably like maybe the very early versions of Flight Simulator, probably. I never played the early versions of Flight Simulator. The first Flight Simulator that I played was Flight Simulator 98. Yeah, but this here on the Commodore 64, man, it was something else. Let's see. Hopefully I can make this turn before I run out of runway here. I don't think we have differential braking on this one. The good thing is that when you land, it refuels your airplane right away. Alright, here we go. So let's go ahead and go power 9. I'm gonna put flaps 20 just because it's gonna be a shorter runway run this time. I'm not way at the beginning. Okay, there's 80 knots. Pull up a little bit. Okay, landing gear up. And we're on our way. So I'll make our left turn here right before this mountain, which is those white lines right there. There was a pretty good game around 1993 called ATP Pilot, which was pretty good. Yeah, I never played that one either. I was into computers during the Commodore 64 and the Commodore Amiga, and then I totally after my Amiga broke, I totally was no computer, no PC, no nothing until 1989. I mean, sorry, 1999, I want to say. So I missed out on a lot of the early computer stuff. But as soon as I was able to get a computer that could run Flight Simulator 98, that was when I got back into flight simulation. Oh, look, I gotta put my flaps up now. Completely forgot about that. So right now we're passing over, that's that airport that's right in front of me. That's Topeka, which is, we're basically flying this way. I'm not sure if you could see the mouse on the stream, but we're gonna fly across Topeka. We're gonna fly by Salinas, and then we'll turn southbound. Or actually, I'll just turn a little bit this way when we get to past Topeka. Alright, hey, not yet. Alright. I'm only going about 90 knots. Maybe I should stop climbing already, huh? Maybe I can get up to 100. I'm gonna reduce my throttle to 7 and hopefully stop climbing because I'm supposedly at 4,000 feet. Oops. Alright, so that's Topeka right there that we just passed. So I'll go ahead and turn like to 220 degrees or so. You love the Zeebo? I think it's better than PMDGs. Okay, I never did try the PMDG back in those days when it was big in Flight Simulator 2004. I never bought it, but I do love the Zeebo. I think the Zeebo is very well done, and it's, I mean, for being a free aircraft, it is extremely complex, I guess you could say, with the systems and everything that he's putting into it. So I love that airplane as well. I have a well, you probably follow him, Sim Aviator. He used to fly the PMDG and he loves that airplane too. But to tell you the truth, I think lately I haven't asked him what he thinks about it, but I think he thinks that some things were better on the PMDG than on the Zeebo. But then again, you know, you're paying almost $100 for the PMDG and you're getting the Zeebo for free. Alright, so where are we at here? We're probably, that's probably Salinas right here that we're passing over. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn to the south. Oops. Okay, so 100. Oh no, we're already heading south. Okay, never mind. So that's that's that town Lindbergh right there. See, I'm supposed to be heading like 220, 230 degrees maybe. So I'm gonna keep on heading right here, and hopefully Lions will show up ahead of us here. So if we're passing the 360-degree radial of the VR number 2, we're basically right about where Wichita is on the map right here. So that means that we're okay right now. So we'll just keep on flying this heading right here. Well, down, it looks like that one right there might be Lions. It looks like an N. Yeah, that might be it. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce my power here. And I'm gonna try to get into some kind of a base leg or something, or I think I'm like at 5,000 feet. So let's look out the left window. Yeah, that's definitely lion. Lions. It looks like an N. So I'll go ahead and keep descending here for a while, fly in this direction, and then we'll make a base turn and then a final. What, you mean the simulation wasn't interesting? Yeah, I mean VATSIM added a whole different layer to it, of course, right? I joined VATSIM in May of 2005, I believe it was. Um, and yeah, it was very nerve-wracking for me to. Oops, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn here now. So, like you said, yeah, it was very, you were flying by yourself or whatever. And I remember that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004 had those rooms, I think, or those flights where you could join. It was like a multiplayer, very, very crude version of a multiplayer, but it wasn't very good. I remember that a lot of times we had problems, like you couldn't connect sometimes, or there wasn't anybody in the rooms. Um, but it was kind of cool, you know. Obviously, you couldn't talk to no ATC or anything back in the day, so yeah, VATSIM really changed the whole thing, and when it comes to communication and immersion and all that. Okay, so let's see. We'll try to land on the runway that's on the left. Let's see how we're doing there. Maybe we should start turning now. Okay. This is so funny. Jeez, I'm going really fast and I already put my engine to 1, which is the lowest one, without turning it off. You know, but our mind, it's funny because our mind, it kind of it built this world, and you know, even though it didn't look like anything, it kind of built this world. And in our imagination, we were out there flying, you know, and we could actually see this world out there, even though it was very, very small. And this, you know, the map, this one had what, 3 or 4 different maps, I think. Washington, Colorado, Kansas, and I think one more. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Slow down the descent. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna land with only flaps 20 this time. Whoa, talk about cutting it short, huh? There we go. Put the brakes on. Pretty good. Well, I didn't crash, so that's not bad for being the first time I fly this in 25, 30 years. So cool, they refueled me already. Well, that's cool. I think that's enough of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and do a reset on this thing, and I'm gonna load my other game that I was gonna play today here. So we'll load the disk image for Space Taxi, and let's see if we can load it up. Did you ever play Space Taxi? Oh, I totally agree with you on X-Plane. Yeah, the flight dynamics, the model, and all that. I think they are much better in X-Plane. But to be fair, I never did try. Like I said, I never tried PMDG. I'm sorry, I'm still on PMDG. I never tried P3D, but from everything that I hear, P3D felt like it was like you were flying on rails. You know, you weren't really in a free world, and as far as the flight model. But I'm only, you know, listing what I have heard people say. But I'm totally happy with X-Plane. I mean, I bought MSFS as well the first day, and I think ever since I bought it, after the first week that I was trying it out and everything, I think I've flown it maybe 3 hours and maybe four in the last 3 months or four. It came out in August, right? So that was 5 months ago. Yeah, I've probably flown it about 4 hours in the last 3 months. There's too many things mm, that I don't like about it, and to tell you the truth, after I was disappointed with MSFS, other than the fact that it's very beautiful to look at, the world, um, it took me off of flight simming for a while completely. Like I didn't even want to fly anything, not even X-plane. It just disappointed me so much. I don't know why, but I slowly started getting back into picking up X-plane again, and then I worked up my desire to fly. All right, it loaded. So now we hit run. This is a pretty fun game. This one right here is, if you are familiar with a game called Lunar Lander, this one is like a enhanced version of that. It's like a really, really fun version of this thing, man. It's just, I can't even describe it, but you're about to see it. It was so fun, man. I was like, I used to spend, I don't know, countless hours and days just playing this. And I don't think I ever beat all the levels because it gets to the point where it's ridiculous. Really, really difficult. Alright, so we're going to start on the morning shift. Alright. So basically you have thrusters, so you can go down, up, left and right, and you have little landing gear. But once you do the landing gear, you can't go side to side anymore. So you have to make sure that you're in the position where you want to be. And if you land too hard, you get destroyed. So you need to, arrest your descent a little bit. Okay, so he wants to go to pad 1. Oh, and if you touch anything, you die. If you touch any platform or the sides or anything with that, and if you don't take out your landing gear, you die. So it's kind of cool. You have to have a little bit of control. So, and it gets a lot harder as the levels come through. Okay, there we go. Every time I remember the Commodore 64, this one and Solo Flight were the two that I really wanted to play. Up, please. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you see what I told you? Now I gotta pick him up again. And the longer you take to get them to their destination, the less they pay you. You can see the counter over there on the side is counting down. And you also have to watch your fuel, because if you hover around too much using your thrusters, you're burning up your fuel. So you have to do it fast. Oh no, I took out my landing gear right on time. Yeah, so you have to do it fast, but you have to watch out, because then you... Oh my goodness, hold on. I was clicked outside of the screen. That doesn't count. Alright. Yeah, I had clicked outside of the screen and my controls were not being effective. I keep forgetting that I have to be clicked inside of here. That's what I get for closing another window, I guess. Oh my god, look at that! It's like I'm taking out the landing gear too late. We'll have to try this again. Where do I go now? Oh, there we go. But this game is so freaking fun and addicting, man. It's I can't even... It looks simple, but I can't even describe it. Pad 5. And this was like one of the very first attempts at making voices on the Commodore 64. I think once Mission Impossible came out, or Impossible Mission, whatever it was called, they got much better at it. It was more of like a digitized voice. Man, I already wasted all my cabbies now, so I'm not gonna be able to get very far. Oh yeah, and if you, like I already mentioned that I think if you are coming down a little bit too fast, you'll die too, even if you have the landing gear out. And there's sometimes when the guys like they'll pop out right under you and then they'll die. And it's like, well, I was already here. Why did you materialize right under me? Okay, this is the first one where they have a refueling station, and I believe that sometime before we're done with this level, my fuel is gonna be running out, so I am gonna have to refuel. Oh God, let's see. Oh, I thought I was gonna die on that one. Pad 7. Oops. Wow. You gotta be careful too because like right there, like the way my little landing gear is right on the edge. If you don't get it right on there, you'll die as well. There's so many ways to die on this game. It should have been called 1,000 Ways to Die or something. Pad 2? Okay. Let's see, I'll read up on your comments in a little bit here. Okay. Okay, I almost got scared again there. Oh, I see my fuel is getting really low now. So I should go refuel now. Because it's going to start beeping at me. And when you run out of fuel, it just, the thrusters just stop working. So you just fall. Okay, let's go. I got a full tank of fuel now. They made a version of this for the computer, for the PC. It's just a little .com file. And it's pretty good. I think it's not as detailed. Oh, I almost crashed right there. I was trying to see where pad 5 was. There we go. This should be the last one. I think this guy's probably gonna tell me to take him out of here. Oops. Yep, this is the one. I'm surprised I've lasted this long with one life. What? My fuel's running out again? Oh, I hate this one. There's times when... Oh my goodness. There's times when the people appear right on the edge of these things and you have to basically fly over them in between the upper one here to pick them up. And it's really hard to do. I died so many times doing that. Hopefully today won't be one of those times when they decide to pop up right there. Oh my goodness, I touched right on the edge. When you hit toga, the throttle on the yoke seems to conflict with the toga. I think that what you have to do is you have to disable the sensitivity inside in the tablet. You have to make some throttle noise, increase the number, and you have to also select another setting that is to disable the throttle lever. Hey, what's up, Zach? Yeah, so you have to disable the throttles also so that even if you touch them or move them, they won't disable the auto throttle. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. When you hit toga, the throttle on the yoke seems to conflict with the toga. Yeah, there's a setting in the tablet that when you engage auto throttle and you hit toga, even if you move the throttle lever, it doesn't do anything. It's ineffective. So maybe that's how you have to do. You almost bought you almost bought it. It was 600 in 1993. Are you talking about the Commodore 64? Yeah, that thing. I bought it when it was cheap. It was like $199. I bought it at Target. My parents bought it for me. It was my first computer, and I still cannot believe that they actually bought me that. Oh, Space Invaders, of course. I have Space Invaders for the Atari 2600 and for the Atari 5200 actually. Oh yeah, I collect all these old video games. I think I have like 600 cartridges, 600 and something, and I have like the Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, the Sega Master System, the Genesis, the Nintendo 64, the ColecoVision, and the Intellivision. Those are all the things that I have. What you doing, Mr. Zach? I'm over here playing old video games. You missed the first part. I was playing the first flight simulator, if you can call it that, that I flew in the early or the late 80s. And now I'm just flying a space taxi here. Well, I'm gonna start playing it again. I'm gonna select the random. There are some very difficult stages on this one, so it's just gonna throw whatever the heck it wants to throw at me. So let's see what happens. Oh, great. I don't think I'm good enough for this yet. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, this is nuts. No way. I hope I have unlimited fuel for this one because this is difficult. And remember, if you touch anything, trees, snowflakes, or anything, you die. Oh my goodness. Let's see. And then there's windy too. You could see the wind shift. Oh, damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have selected random. I just killed my passenger too. This is not fun. Oh, no, 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 no. I killed him. Oh, God. Damn it. There's no way around this one here. This is like super advanced. I need the beginner stages still. I have to practice a lot more. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is funny, the dynamics of how this thing moves. Whoa, with the wind and everything is kind of funny. Oh my goodness. I give up. Okay, I have 2 more lives and then I'll give up on this one. Man. Jeez. This guy. He wants to go to pad 1. Oh, yeah, forget it. I'll just try it again and hopefully it won't give me the same stage again. Let's see what it gives me this time. Shiftorama, huh? That doesn't sound very good. Oh, crap. Seriously? No way, Jose. Oh, no. What do you guys think? Maybe I should stick to the basic ones, huh? Let's see. Come on, buddy. Oh, no! These levels are crazy, man. Okay, let's see one more time. No way, man. Maybe I'll just go back to the intermediate after this, because this, no way. Okay, forget it. See, it gets to the point where there's just no way to get through for me. I'm not young anymore. I don't have those reaction times. Right. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna make it through. Well, I'm glad I died. Now let me go try to do the day shift intermediate. Oh, it didn't detect my button press for a while. Oh yeah, oh jeez! What happened there? It just shot straight up. No, this is on... Maybe I should just give up on all the levels. Pad 7, please. Let's see, here we go. Don't need those damn fireballs coming at me. Pad 3, please. Okay. Ooh, finally 2 of them without killing him. Actually, I haven't delivered this guy yet, so let's see what happens here. That was very close. Whoa. Oh no! That one got me. Holy crap. Oh boy, here we go. Alrighty. Pad 6. That's pretty close. Now he's gonna kill me. Yep, at least I delivered the passenger. Come on, before the fireballs get here. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is the shooting stars. Yeah, this pretty hard too. It's almost like that blizzard one with the snowflakes, but it's a little bit easier, I think. At least there's no wind. Alright. Okay, let's see. No, no, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. This guy couldn't have chose a better place to go hide, huh? Wow. Well, at least this guy only wants to go right next door here. Oh man, I think I better wait for that star. Whew, I thought I was gonna die because I was coming down too fast. Uh-oh, that one's gonna kill me. Thanks. Pad 2. Oh, Yeah, get me out of here. Yeah, I don't know what's waiting next, so I'm not even sure why I want to get out of here. Oh, magnets, yep. My car is made out of metal, so it's not good. Pad 1. Oh, so this one you have to force yourself to. Oh, God. Well, that didn't last. Well, I think that's it for now. That's gonna be just a short little session here that I wanted to do playing these old video games. So if somebody, not too many people came in right now during the live stream, but if somebody watches it later, hopefully they'll find it amusing. And I'll get back to making some regular Explain 11 videos and maybe even an MSFS 2020 video. Alright, so that's it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one.